Hello and welcome to the first episode of what I am calling the Atrocious Manga Club. Now, I know the title might be a little bit misleading because we're not actually going over bad manga, probably for the most part. It's just the channel name is Atrocious Gameplay, so it fits, it's cute, okay, get off my back. Now, earlier this week, you may have checked out on Funimation, Crunchyroll, it might be somewhere else, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, you might have checked out the second season of Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I don't know Japanese, but anyways, the next arc, the Entertainment District arc, just aired this week with its first episode. It was an hour-long episode. Highly encourage that you watch it, and honestly, in my opinion, it got me really hyped to watch Demon Slayer again. I've always been intrigued about anime adaptations alongside the manga, light novels, or whatever the source material is, and looking at the storyline of how they included things, they left things out, etc. And so we're gonna take a look at Demon Slayer. We're gonna compare it to the anime. Now, just a heads up, there will be spoilers us going through the manga chapters that go alongside the video. So if you haven't read it yet, you haven't watched the episode that aired, or whatever you prefer doing, make sure to go to the timestamp to get my opinion on if things are left out, what chapters should you read up to, etc, etc. I would highly encourage, if you don't have the Viz Media app and you read a lot of manga, go check it out, because honestly, just $2 a month, that's like not getting a McDonald's Diet Coke twice in a single month. But here we are. Entertainment District arc starts with chapter 67, looking for something in Demon Slayer. Now we start off the story in this random house and these group of people that seem to have picked up a child at random. And then eventually we see Akaza come into the house where the boy is. Now Akaza, if you do not remember, is the upper three demon that end up killing Rengoku at the end of the Mugen Train movie and arc. Akaza comes in to report something, and it turns out that the little boy is actually Muzan Kibutsuji, or basically head of the demons, and Tanjiro's arch nemesis, in case you forgot. And so instead of going the cool adult route that you see right here, he's now in this form of a little boy, and let me tell you, it's terrifying. We come to find out that they're in the way of the blue spider lily, which is a certain flower, and of course they can't find it, and Muzan is pissed, pretty much almost kills Akaza on the spot, saying, "Why didn't you kill the other demon slayers, aka Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu?" And so basically we see Akaza being pissed off, and we know that he's going to meet Tanjiro again. Now back at the Butterfly Mansion, they're getting rested up after the Mugen Train fight, and it turns out that Tanjiro's actually gone. He's been dedicated to training, powering up his body because he's so pained about how he couldn't help Rengoku. It turns out though that Tanjiro is going to meet Rengoku's little brother. Now after speaking with a couple words with Senjuro, we come to find Rengoku's dad, and who is super pissed that Tanjiro is there and Rengoku in general. They rustle tussle a little bit, but we learn about something called the art of sun breathing. We know that sun breathing through Rengoku's father says that it was the first breathing technique and the strongest, and all other breathing techniques are merely variations of the sun breathing technique. Tanjiro obviously has no idea what he's talking about because he doesn't really know much about it himself, and in consequence headbutts him as he usually does. As they're talking a little bit about sun breathing in the books that their father has read, all Senjuro can find at the time is an illegible, ripped up book. We learn that Senjuro was going to be the Sugoku of Kyojuro Rengoku. Man, there's a lot of words that are super hard for me to pronounce. I need to learn Japanese already. But Senjuro's gonna give up that dream because that's not who he is. He's not a swordsman. Senjuro gifts the handguard of Rengoku's sword, and after Senjuro tells their father their late son's final words, we see him absolutely weep. Now, Haganazuka comes back to the Butterfly Mansion, tries to kill Tanjiro, runs around with him a bunch, you know the drill. And we end up seeing the crew training. Now, one thing that was added into the anime that is not present in the manga, there's actually a fight that Tanjiro and Nezuko go on with a demon. As part of their training and gaining back to where they were before the Mugen Train arc, they're taking on these small jobs of demons, you know, going out and just taking care of them real quick. It's honestly the most action that we get in the anime episode, and it's actually a pretty cool scene, I will say. Hopefully I'm able to include a couple moments in this video because Aniplex, with the trailers that I've wanted to make as videos, have been notorious about blocking those videos in all countries, even though they're just of the trailers. So you never know, whatever version this is uploaded from, hopefully it's good enough and not breaking any copyright laws. I mean, if you're watching this video, it probably hasn't broken any laws because you're able to watch it. Anyways, if you are enjoying this video up to this point, though, I highly encourage to support the channel and subscribe, like the video, all that jazz that YouTubers tell you all the time. We're super close to 700, less than 20 subs away, and I'd love to hit 700 before the new year. Make sure to come back so then you know everything about Demon Slayer from the source material to the anime. But anyways, after that scene with the demon, we get back to more training, you know, a little bit more training, giving a little bit of context to them. But there's a point where Tanjiro is coming back from a mission, and then all of a sudden there's this weird person here taking away some of the girls of the Butterfly Mansion. Kano has a really cool moment for her character, in my opinion, but we come to find out that this person is giving orders to these girls. Now Tanjiro steps in, he says, "What are you doing?" And of course the first thing he does is he goes to headbutt him. After a little bit of bickering, once this character dodged, we find out that this is former ninja Tengen Izui, who, if you don't remember, is the sound Hashira. Back when there was the trial and all the Hashira were there. It turns out that Tengen needs these girls for the mission that he's going on. But as always with our heroes, they step in, Zenepsu and Inosuke, and they say, "Take us instead." He says, "A-okay," and now we move on to chapter 71, Operation Entertainment District. Now, if you're... Now, if you're reading the manga and following the anime at the same time, hold your horses. This is where the anime episode ends, and this is where we are waiting for the next episode. Conveniently, chapter 71 starts on volume 9. So if you've got the physical version, or maybe you don't have it and you need to go on Viz Media, it's pretty clean cut. We'll have to wait for episode 2 to kick back off on chapter 71. And we've also already heard some news along the voice cast of several new actors that'll be appearing in the anime. Now, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to structure these episodes, so it's still a work in progress. And I'm sorry that this is now a different camera now. When I'm on the Viz Media app, I'm on my phone, so I use my phone for this camera. So I'll play around with things next episode and see if I can make it different and a little bit better. But thank you so much for enjoying this video. If you watched all of it, again, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. Leave me feedback down in the comments. I hope you're enjoying Demon Slayer, and we got some other videos up here that I think you'll enjoy. So I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully you join us again for the Atrocious Manga Club. I almost forgot what the name of it was.